I know the feeling. You see a portable power station with a massive kilowatt rating, glossy photos of solar panels, and the promise of keeping everything from your fridge to your power tools running for days. Then you bring it home, try to hook up the solar array, and realize the whole setup is heavier, bulkier, and more complicated than the ad made it look. That hesitation is real, and it's why I wanted to dig into the Anker SOLIX F3000 with its two 400W solar panels before I even opened the box. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, what makes this class of product different from a regular generator is the blend of battery capacity, inverter power, and the ability to recharge from the sun. The SOLIX F3000 is positioned as a high-capacity, all-in-one solution for people who need reliable off-grid power but don't want the noise, fumes, or fuel logistics of a gas generator. That's a big claim. And the real question is whether the everyday user can actually get that promise without turning the whole thing into a garage project. I started by looking at the core numbers: a 3072Wh battery, 600W pass-through charging, and up to 400W solar input. Those specs sound impressive, but the practical impact shows up when you try to run real appliances. I tested the unit with a typical weekend camping scenario: a 120V mini fridge, around 80W running, a couple of LED lights, a portable Wi-Fi router, and an electric grill that draws about 200W for short bursts. The inverter handled the fridge and lights effortlessly, and when I fired up the grill for a 15-minute cooking session, the power station dipped a little but never shut down. That's because the 600W pass-through rating lets you charge a laptop or phone while the grill is on, something you can't do with many lower-rated units. Now, the solar side. The two 400W panels are marketed as Ultra 2 for 100W solar recharging, which basically means you can theoretically push 400W into the battery if the sun is blazing. In practice, I set them up on a sunny Saturday with the panels angled at about 45 degrees and got roughly 200W of input after accounting for panel orientation, cloud cover, and the inevitable conversion losses. That's still enough to replenish the 3072Wh in about 3 hours if the battery is empty, which is a huge time saver compared to the 6000W hyperfast AC charger that takes a few hours from wall power. The key takeaway is that the solar charging speed is very real, but it isn't magic. You still need a clear sky and proper placement. Who should consider buying this? If you're a van life enthusiast who runs a small kitchen, a remote site worker who needs to keep a laptop, lights, and a mini fridge running for a full day, or a homeowner looking for a backup during storms, the SOLIX F3000 hits a sweet spot. The battery capacity is enough to keep a refrigerator running for 2,430 hours, power a TV and a few chargers for a weekend, or supply a power tool suite for a short job site. The fact that you can plug the unit into a wall outlet and keep using it while it charges, pass-through, means you won't be left standing with a dead battery if you miscalculate your load. On the flip side, if you're just looking for a portable charger for phones and a laptop, you'll be paying a premium for capacity you'll never use. The unit weighs roughly 70 pounds, and the panels together add another 30 pounds. For backpackers or hikers who need something under 20 pounds, this is overkill. Also, the solar array needs a fairly sturdy mounting surface or a dedicated tripod. Trying to rig it on a flimsy tarp results in wobble and reduced output. So if you don't have a stable place to set the panels, you'll be leaning heavily on wall charging, which defeats part of the off-grid appeal. One hidden trade-off that shows up after the first few charge cycles is the less power waste, longer backup time claim. The battery management system does a solid job of preventing overdischarge, but it also throttles the output when you draw close to the 600W limit for extended periods. In my test, running the grill continuously for more than 30 minutes caused the inverter to dip the power a bit, which is a safeguard to protect the cells. It's not a failure, but it's a nuance that people should know. The unit is designed for short bursts of high draw, not sustained heavy loads. Another practical point is the connectivity. The SOLIX station has an integrated LCD that shows real-time input, output, and battery percentage, which is helpful for tracking how much solar you're actually harvesting. There's also a companion app that lets you monitor from your phone, but it requires Bluetooth pairing and can be a little finicky if you're in a dense forest where the signal drops. In open fields it works fine, but it's not a replacement for the on-unit display. The price tag is on the higher side for a portable power station.